Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and I am broadcasting from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And we're going to go crosstown, and you're going to find out how important that little phrase is in just a second. We're going to go crosstown. We're going to go down to the ballpark in downtown Lansing, and we have Zach Clark with us, the general manager of the Lansing Lugnuts. How you doing, Zach?
I'm good, Chris. Thanks so much. Did you write that joke yourself, or did Jeff do that?
It
That was a
just
good
came
one.
to me. It's like a bump on the head. You know what I mean?
That
Yeah.
was a good one.
You know, it's funny, and I know that every adult has this recollection, but I can remember the first day going to what was then Briggs Stadium to see the
Yes.
Tigers play, and coming through that tunnel and seeing that ballpark for the first time. There's just something about baseball that will never not be the biggest effector of the fan base.
I agree. I agree. I mean, baseball is such a force. I mean, it brings communities together. It's lineage, right? It's generational. The game is so impactful, and how fortunate are we to have something right here in Lansing that is ours and uniquely ours. And of course the Tigers and of course the Whitecaps and the Loons. I mean, baseball is it's everywhere, and we're so lucky. We're so lucky here in Lansing to have what we have.
And such a great ballpark too, which is really fascinating. Hey, Zach, tell us your story real quick before
Yeah,
we get into some of this.
yeah. I grew up in Dansville, so just down the road, a little piece, and graduated from Dansville High School. Went on to Central Michigan. Went through the sports management program at Central Michigan, and then did a little bit of a tour of the South. I did an internship in Martinsville, Virginia. I took my first full-time job in Johnson City, Tennessee. Was there for 3 years, jumped over the mountain to Asheville, North Carolina, was there for a season, went back over the mountain to Johnson City for 3 more years, and then finally found my way back home. Finally got an opportunity to come back to Lansing in 2021, took the assistant GM job. And then as my predecessor headed down to Durham, there was an opening, and I was lucky enough to get the seat. So after the 21 season, I was named general manager, and that's kind of how I got here.
So if you're from Dansville, you still now get to take your laundry home
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yes,
Excellent.
sir. So all the family and relatives are really close by. Dansville, Mason, pretty Williamston, you name it, kind of around our little
Excellent.
greater Lansing area. So it's
Uh,
great. It's great being
that
home.
is fun. All right, let's talk about some of the stuff coming up. You've got the big opener is right in the near future here, that Crosstown Showdown. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're so excited about it. It's the 16th edition of the Crosstown Showdown presented by Delta Dental. The Spartans are coming over. I think they're in Notre Dame tonight, so they're going to play tonight. Our guys just got into town on Sunday. They've got a little inter squad going this evening, and then we'll mix it up with the Spartans tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The gates open to the public at 5 p.m. There's a really, really wonderful green jersey giveaway to the first 1,000 fans. And it is a 7-inning exhibition, so it's a little shorter. Michigan State's bringing the whole gambit. They're bringing Sparty, they're bringing Zeke the Wonder Dog, they're bringing the band and the cheer team and the dance team. Big Lug will be here. It's going to be a great night.
How much fun is that? Well, and then you've got your opening night against
Yes.
the Loons, right?
Yes. Yep. The Dodgers affiliate, the Great Lakes Loons, are coming down from Midland. So we'll open that up on April 9th. And then we'll be at home through that Sunday with the Loons. And that's going to be a fun, opening day. I mean, the pageantry of it all, it's just so exciting. And as long as, as we were joking about earlier, as long as the weather plays nice, we're going to have some fun that week. We've got some really exciting things lined up. We've got a schedule poster giveaway. We've got some cool things going on Friday and Saturday here at the ballpark, just keeping the promotions going, which is the minor league way. So we're excited.
Yeah, there's some of the special events look, very appealing to Jeff and I. We saw the Spring Beer Fest, so
Yeah. Yeah. Beer Fest on April 20th. That's going to be a fun one. The GLIAC championship tournament's coming back, their conference championship coming back. Of course, Olive Burger Festival was the inaugural year last year, and that's coming back. We're pushing it back a little bit to the fall, but we're excited about that. And then we're working really hard to bring some concerts to Lansing, some really good national touring acts. We think that's something that's missing in Lansing, not just at the ballpark, but in general. So we're working really hard to bring those back. So stay tuned for details on those. But yeah, the events, keep the ballpark active, keep people engaged. And so we're working really hard to kind of lift the level there. And then the other one that I'll mention is our golf event, Grand River Country Club. So it's kind of a top golf style event. You get to play a 360 course, if you will, where you take a couple shots from 9 different locations and you shoot down onto the field, and there's prizes and all the kind of the fun stuff that go with it. That'll be in July this year, so we're excited.
I would think you got to be very careful to replace your divots and keep them off.
Yes. Luckily, we hit from turf bays on the concourse, so the divots aren't too bad. But we find a lot of golf balls in the seating bowl after the event.
I bet you do. So I've seen you through a couple of affiliations. Explain to everybody. We got about half a minute.
Yeah.
Who the affiliation is these days.
Yeah, so right now we're with the Oakland Athletics. So that started in 2021. And we'll be with Oakland for, I think, another 7 seasons with the current agreement that we have. So they're in it for the long haul. They're extremely committed. And we really appreciate the Athletics and everything that they're bringing to the table. So we love that affiliation. Of course, we miss Toronto and the Cubbies and the Royals and the whoever's, but we're ecstatic to be an A's affiliate.
Well, it's a class organization. Zach Clark, General Manager of the Lansing Lugnuts. Thanks for being with us, my friend, and we'll see you down there yelling for the Lugnuts.
Thank you so much. Go Nuts.
You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.